Hello everyone, my name is Kumar and welcome back to our channel KUMAR Programming. This is the 21st part of this series where we are building an e-commerce project as online shoe store. In this session, we are going to do our pending part for price calculation and save our cart to the database. Also in our previous session, we have implemented our cart session ID by using our authorized callback from Next.auth and middleware from Next.js. And also in our add item to cart server action from our cart.xml.ts file, we were able to get our session cart ID from cookies, and also we are able to get user ID from our session user, as well as we fetch cart detail if it's available inside the database for this session ID or this user ID. And also we were able to fetch the product detail for the given item inside this cart, right? Now further we are going to do the price calculation for this item and we will save our cart to the database. All right, now let's proceed. So now here we are checking our product is available inside the database, and here we are going to check if our product is undefined. Then we are going to throw new error as product not found, right? Now let's add the comment over here, find product in the database, right? And here parse and validate item, right? Now we are going to check if we have any existing cart or not, right? If you see here in my get my cart function, here we are returning null if you don't have any existing cart for user ID or this session ID, right? So in that case, we are returning undefined. Otherwise, we are returning our existing cart, right? So here what we are going to do, here we will check first if we have our cart is undefined, then here we are going to insert our cart. Otherwise, we are going to update our cart into the database, right? Now in this case where we don't have any cart, so here we are going to create a new cart object. Here const new cart equal to, we have our insert cart item schema we created, right? Insert cart schema dot parse, and inside this we are going to pass in our user ID, which would be our user ID, right? And also we are going to pass our items, which would be array of item. And here we are going to add our session cart ID. Session cart ID would be session cart ID. And now here we will pass our all the price, like items price, total price, shipping price, and tax price, right? So all those price that we are going to calculate over here. Now here we are going to call a function as calculate price, and we are going to pass in this function all of our items in the form of array, right? And it is going to return list of all the price. So here we are going to use the spread operator. So all those properties will be separately added over here, right? Now let's create this calculate price function. Let's go at the very bottom here, and here const calculate price equal to, and here we are going to use our fat arrow function, right? And now in this function we are going to pass in our items, which would be type of cart item as an array, right? And inside this function we are going to take the first variable as item price. So here const items price, and here we are going to use array function as reduce. So here we have items dot reduce, because we need to get the sum of price for all the items here. And inside this item dot reduce function we are going to call our callback function here, and inside this callback function we are going to pass our accumulator and item, right? And after that we have to add our accumulator with our item price, right? So here let's convert item price into number, item dot price, and multiplied with its quantity. So here we have item dot quantity, and we are going to start with 0 position, right? So now we have our item price. Now let's get our shipping price. So here we have shipping price. Here we are going to check if this our items price is more than 100, then we are not going to take any shipping charge. Otherwise we are going to have our shipping charge of 1%, right? So here we are going to check if items price is greater than 100, then we are going to have the shipping charge as 0. Otherwise we are going to have 0.01, right? Now the other price which we are going to have as tax price, which would be calculated on the basis of this items price. So here items price into, I have flat 10% tax, right? So here 10% would be 0.1, right? Now the next price is total price, right? So here total price, and the total price will be sum of items price, shipping price, and tax price, right? So here items price plus tax price plus shipping price. All right. Now we will return all these price in the form of object. So here return items price would be items price, and we are going to get fixed up to 2 decimal places. So here to fixed up to 2 decimal places, right? And similarly, we are going to have all 4 fields: shipping price. So this would be our shipping price, and this would be our tax price, and this would be our total price, right? Now we would be returning our item price, shipping price, tax price, and total price from this function. Now we have our all the prices from this calculate price. Now let's use this calculate price inside our new cart. Now here inside this calculate price is going to return all the 4 price: item price, shipping price, tax price, and total price, right? So, and here we are using the spread operator. So this object is going to be spread with all these 4 fields, right? Now our cart is ready, and we can simply save our cart to the database here. So here we are going to call our await prisma dot cart dot create, right? See how it is simple with the Prisma. Now simply here we can pass data, and we can pass our cart inside this data. So here simply we can just pass our new cart which we have created, right, with the spread operator. And also we are going to provide user ID, right? So here spread operator, here we are going to check if we have user ID, then we are going to pass our user ID in object, else we are going to pass a blank object for the user ID, right? Now here our cart would be added successfully. So here add cart to database, right? And once cart is added successfully, here we can revalidate our path. So we have our path as product, right? And then we have our slug, right? So we need to pass our slug here, product.slug. And once it's revalidated, we are going to return our success true and message with item added to the cart, right? So we will just copy this and we will paste right here. Okay, return success true, give the message as product item here, product dot name added to the cart, right? Great. And here keep the comment as revalidate product page, right? And this is the one condition where we don't have existing cart, right? But there is a possibility user is having already an existing cart, right? So in that case, here we are going to check if item is already exist in the cart, check if item already exist in the cart database in the cart, right? So now here const exist item equal to, so here we have our list of all the items inside the cart, right? So cart dot items, and this cart dot item as an array. So we can use our find method in this on top of array. So here find, and we are going to use our callback function inside this find function. Here we are going to put ax, and this our fat arrow function, and here we are going to check x dot product id equal to item dot product id. So here we are checking item product ID inside our cart, right? If we have our any item existing inside the cart, so here we will get that items, right? So here there are two possibility whether we have our existing item inside the cart or not. If it's there inside the cart, then simply we are going to increase the quantity. Otherwise, we are going to add that item inside the cart, right? So here we are going to check if we have exist item inside the cart, right? Then we are going to increase the quantity, right? Else we are simply going to add that item inside the cart. Okay, so now let's here first check if we have this exist item. Then first of all we need to check the stock as well, right? So here check stock, and simply we can check the stock. So product dot stock is less than whatever the existing item quantity. So here exist item dot quantity plus 1, right? It means we don't have enough stock, right? So here we are going to throw new error as not enough stock, right? Otherwise we are going to increase the quantity, right? So how we can increase the quantity here? Increase quantity. So simply we are going to find this product here, right? And we must have the value over here dot qty equal to whatever the exist item quantity we have, right? Dot quantity plus 1, right? And else if we don't have the existing item, so here simply first of all we are going to check the stock. So here check stock, and if product dot stock is less than 1, right? Product dot stock is less than 1, then simply throw new error as not enough stock. Okay, otherwise simply just add this item to the cart dot items dot push this item. Simple. And after that simply we can update our cart. Here we can use our this function await Prisma, but this time this would be update cart to the database, right? And this would be prisma.cart.update. And here we have to pass our where class, and inside this we must have to check the id, right? Cart.id, right? And inside the data simply we are going to pass our items, which would be cart.items, right? And we are going to pass our all the price. So here we are going to use our calculate price function, and inside this we are going to pass our cart.items. Now in this case, we are going to update our cart into the database. And after that, similarly, here we are going to call our revalidate product page after updating our cart, right? So revalidate product page, and here we are going to return success and message here product.name, and here we will check if exist item dollar curly bracket. If exist item is there, then we have to give message as updated in, right? Else we have to add message as added to, and after that here we will add our cart, right? So simply if we have existing item, then we are going to give the message as updated in cart. Otherwise we are going to give the message as added to cart, right? And now we can remove this console log from here. It's not needed anymore. So now let's review once again what we have done so far. So here in our add item to the cart, here we are getting our session cart ID from the cookies, and here we are getting the user ID, and here user ID will be undefined if user is not logged in, right? And here we are trying to fetch the cart if we have any existing cart into the database, and here we are checking the product if that product is available for the given item, right? And here we are checking if our cart is undefined, then we are creating a new cart object. This would be cart object, and inside this cart object we are passing user id, item, session id, and we are calculating all the price, right? And after that simply we are saving it to the database and revalidating our product page here after save to the database, and then we are returning success true and message this product added to the cart, right? And the other condition where we have an existing cart inside our database, so here we are first checking if that particular item exists inside our cart or not. If that item exists inside our cart, then we are simply going to increase the quantity of that particular item, right? And that particular item does not exist inside the cart, then we are adding that item inside the cart items, right? And then simply we are updating our existing cart with this cart id, right? And once our cart is updated, we are revalidating our product page, and once revalidated, simply here we are returning success true and message we are passing as a product updated are added into the cart. Got it? Now let's quickly see this if functionality is working or not. Now let's open the terminal, and here let's run our application as npm run dev. Now our application has been compiled and running. Now let's see in the browser. Here let's refresh this. Now let's select this product. Now here on this product page, simply I'm going to click on this add to cart button. Since already I'm logged in, so I would be having my user ID as well as session ID both. Now let's see inside our database. So let's quickly open our Prisma Studio. So here let's open another terminal, and here npx Prisma Studio. Now our studio is running here. Let's see, we should be having our cart table and we should be having data inside our cart. That's great. Now if you see here, we are having this cart ID, right? And we are having this user ID, and this is the session cart ID, right? And here we have list of all the items, right? So we have only one product here, and here we have item price, and here we have all the total price, right? And here we have the shipping price, and here we have tax price as 6. So now we are able to successfully add our cart data to our cart table. Now, if you see here, one issue we have here, if suppose that here we have a item price as 59.999, right? So in that case, what we are doing, we are taking only up to 2 decimal point, right? We are ignoring this third place, right? So we should not do that, and it's going to do a lot of impact. So we have to make it round up to 2 places, and we need to add epsilon value. So now let's see how we can do that. So here inside our calculate price, right, we are going to wrap all these value inside a function as a round 2. Quickly we will create this function, but first of all let's wrap all these value inside this function, right? And wrap this value as well, and wrap this value, our tax price, and here our total price, right? And now we will quickly create this round function inside our utility. So here inside our utility, I'm going to create another function as round number up to 2 decimal places, right? And here export function round 2, right? And inside this function, we are going to pass in value would be type of number or string, right? And inside this function, we are going to check if type of value equal to number, then simply we are going to return math.round, and inside this we are going to pass our value plus we are going to add number.epsilon. So this epsilon is a very small number that can be added along with our value, and it avoid any kind of error which we have in our math.round function, right? And now let's multiply with 100 and divide value with 100 here, right? Else type of value is string, then simply we are going to return and we will convert this value with number, right? And else we are going to throw an error, throw new error as value is not a number or string, right? Now let's implement this round function inside our cart.action file. Since we have already used this round function over here, so now let's import it from our util, right? Now let's save it and test our other functionality. Now let's go to the browser, and this is the data which is being added for when we don't have the cart, right? But now we have the cart, so our cart must be updated once we are going to add this item once again, right? So now let's add this item once again. Now we should be seeing a message over here as item added to the cart. This should be updated to the cart. Why it's coming as added to the cart? Let's see. So now here inside our code, here this is our else condition, right? So inside this, here we are returning message as product name and updated and added, right? So why it is coming added? Let's see in our add to cart. Here inside add to cart, oh right, so here we have added our hard coded message. So now let's remove this message from here and let's add as response dot message, right? Since we are returning from response message, right? Now we should be seeing our message as updated, right? So now let's go back to the browser here. Now let's add once again, right? See here, now we are seeing this Monty sports shoes updated in the cart, right? Now if we see in our database, our price needs to be updated, right? So let's refresh this. See, now this price is being updated here, right? See, this item price got increased because we have added this item multiple times, and this total price also got increased. And if you see here, this shipping price is 0 because now this price is more than 100, right? And we have given this condition, if price is more than 100, then we have shipping price 0, and tax price is going to be calculated on the basis of this item price, right? So in this session, we have added and updated our cart inside our database. And in our next session, we are going to handle quantity and multiple products for our cart. And also we will work on remove item from the cart as well, right? And friends, if you found this tutorial helpful, do me a favor, like this video to support me and my channel, and subscribe my channel if you haven't already done so far, and share this with your fellow developer who might find it useful. And if you really love my work, then consider buying me a coffee to support for more free tutorials. Link is given below in the description. Alright, that's all for the day. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Till then, take care and keep learning.